Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Just stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I bought like 23. Whoa, won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the dime. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I bought like.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Miami Dolphins. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down, it's Taylor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal. From the gun, it's Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Anthony McFarland, his first carry of the ball game. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
This situation in the fourth quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, You and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40, past the 20.
Bring in the second string.
Touchdown. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big playability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On play action, Wentz. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time, and it's 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Wentz escaping the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. But they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was staying in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Wentz now to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll run here with Taylor. And the Colts are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they can let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
2-yard line.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Yeah, the next-gen stats will show us just how long it took for the pressure to get there, and it's not much. 1.8 seconds all told.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. As they run the counter play. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And not a great punt here. Out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40.
What is the deal?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. He'll buy some time right. Going right side here, and that's complete. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Wentz rolling to his left.
They'll get that one to Taylor complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before bounds. 19 yards to pick up there.
Down inside.
Will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. On play action, it's Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Into the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Tua. And this one complete to Will Fuller. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Pulls it in at the 13. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, 1st down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They throw it out right complete and to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the 1st.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
On the counter, it's Taylor.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor,
his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
3rd and 4.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, it's Tua. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. Accelerating, and off he goes.
Way to show him.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And some room to roam now. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one goes for 24 yards. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. To throw is Wentz. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
First down, Indianapolis.
On 1st down, Wentz. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And he keeps 6 points off the board. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
Now Wentz on third down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Takk McKinley made his way into the backfield. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. He finds a man with a crossing route. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Taylor, incomplete. Xavier Howard.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Dolphins 15.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. The Colts on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Christian Wilkins in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
On 27-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Do it again.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Tua. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. On play action, here's Tua. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's another zone defense that looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor, 82 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Taken in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
He'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. The ball is free. Taylor lost it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Eason gets hit, and the ball pops free. Unfortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic, faking it. I got to understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when he snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And that will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. From midfield, here's Tua. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. On 2nd down, Tua. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 38-yard line. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game.
Dolphins 15.
A big offensive explosion helped